Hi, I'm Ashlyn Arvanites, and I think that in the Space Shuttle Challenger assignment, I think NASA definitely should have listened more to their engineers. I believe, like the article said, that just because someone in a manager position has engineering experience, it doesn't mean that they are up to date or that they've been putting that experience into practice. And they are probably not more qualified than the other people, the other engineers there, and therefore they should not be the main person in charge of the engineering opinions in matters like this. I think NASA should have made the decision to not launch until they had all the answers instead of launching because they didn't have any data to prove something could go wrong. I feel like that wasn't the mindset that they should have had. I think the position that Roger Boisjoli, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, was put in was a really hard place to be, especially with the risk of like getting fired for going against management and having a family that he had to support. I respect that he, along with another engineer, did try to convince them not to launch. I feel like he could have maybe warned people a little bit better or let the higher up people know that the engineers didn't sign the engineering assessment and they didn't want it to be launched. Um, it definitely would have been hard to have to stand up to the people that he worked with, and even though he didn't succeed and it's still launched, I feel like he could have done a little bit more to let people know the risks. um, I felt like the information wasn't getting up to the higher up people that there were big risks. But I do feel like that he was trying to let people know, and that was important to recognize. Um, I think being loyal to your company and to management is very important. However, I don't think being loyal to your company should ever come above the safety of others, whether it's others in the company, people who know the risks, or just the general public. Another person's life should never be intentionally left up to fate when you know that there could be potential problems or risks that maybe they don't even know about. Especially if you're in a job where there are always people's lives in your hands or the general public trusts you to keep them and others safe. People's lives should always be the top priority in any job, no matter what it is. Overall, I thought this was a cool assignment because I hadn't really looked into the Space Shuttle Challenger very much, and it was interesting to see that not everyone did agree on it and they didn't know all the risks, but they decided to go ahead anyway. I think we can learn a lot on how to think through and examine all the risks before jumping into something and risking lives just to complete a deadline or whatever it is. And hopefully, we have learned from that.